Welcome everybody to AMF East Meadow. Hi, I'm Steve Sanders and we are here for the Final Four shootout of an Ligbt Senior Handicap Tournament. It is Sunday, November 23rd. We hope you're having a great day and getting ready for that wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. Let's meet the Final Four from today's tournament. First up, Mr. Ian Galloway from Brooklyn, New York. Ian has a 184 club average, getting 41 pins. And next to him, Mr. Gary Paulsen from Massapequa, New York. Gary has a 157 club average, getting 65 pins. And from the upper average division, John Livingstone from Springfield Gardens, New York. Johnny has a 194 club average, getting 32 pins. And last but not least, Hermie Hannibal from Brooklyn, New York. Hermie has a 197 club average, getting 29 pins. Okay, bowlers, shake hands and let's get this match rolling. We had a nice turnout today that brought us 15 finalists. We created a prize fund of $3,360. The top prize today, $700 for first, $400 second, $300 for third, and $250 for fourth. And we're bowling on Stone Street. That's Stone Street, which is a pretty easy pattern, very playable, and the bowlers are ready to rock. Thank you, Hermie. All right, first shot is Johnny Livingstone, and he goes high, leaving the 4-6. Looks like he came up a little on that. Now, how the tournament works is we had two separate qualifying divisions. We had a lower average division and a higher average division. We split the field in half. By that, the breakout for the average today was 188. 188. So Johnny came in the higher division, and Gary, who's going to see on your left, is going to start from the lower average division. These top four, good try. Johnny gets his one pin. All right, here's our first look at Gary. And Gary putting the ball down the second arrow and ripping the rack for a strike. Great shot, Gary Paulsen. Gary has 5 Ligbt titles on his record. The other 3 bowlers looking for their first. All right, Hermie Hannibal, the other upper average division bowler, starting her first frame. Here comes Hermie. Oh, a ringing 10-pin. Great shot to start the match. All right, Ian Galloway. Ian, squad leader today, shot 10-14 for 4 games. And he goes a little wide, leaving just the 2-pin. All right, Hermie. Good spare for Hermie. So Hermie's clean in the first frame. All right, here comes Ian. Ian looking to convert the 2-pin here. And spin it up and right on it. Well done. The Ligbts are sponsored by Brunswick Bowling, finest bowling balls in the world. Also sponsored by Turbo 2-in-1 Grips, Randy Siegel Law Offices. So please support our sponsors. Here comes Gary, going a little left here, leaving the very unusual 1-8-10. All right, here comes Johnny Livingstone, ripping the rack for a strike. So Johnny recovering from his first frame open. Well done. John was the squad leader for the upper average division, shooting 1089, high series for the day. Oh, Gary, nice try, Gary, leaving the 2 pins. So Gary has his first open frame. Okay, the handicap, let's go over that right now. Getting the most pins is Gary Paulsen with 65. Next is Ian Galloway, 41. Johnny Livingstone, 32. And Hermie Hannibal, who just put 10 in the pit, gets 29 pins. All right, so we have a good crowd watching. A lot of fun. These senior tournaments are a lot of fun. And if you're over 50, come on down. We have one every month. Here comes Ian Galloway. Oh, we leaving the little 10-pin there. Ian's been a member of the LIGBT for 2 years. Joined us in 2023. He bowls out of Jib Lanes. Oh, nice spare for Ian.
Just now? Yeah, but you got a reason that he won't pick up the fight.
All right, Gary Paulsen working off and open. He struck on this lane the last frame, and this ball looks pretty good. 10 in the pit for Gary. Great shot for Gary. Johnny Livingstone now looking to
Gary,
double.
you going to Jake's? You going to Jake's later?
All right, here comes Johnny Livingstone. 10 in the pit for a double. Way to go, Johnny boy. Johnny is a contractor, plumbing and heating, air conditioning contractor. Bowls out of AMF Wantor. Yeah. Here comes Ian, ripping the rack. All right, gets the 8-pin out, but leaving this the shaking 2-pin. Ian's an electrician by trade, bowls out of Jib Lanes. Hermie is a social worker and an accountant. Bowls out of Funfest Lanes. And's been a member of the LIGB since 2009. Hermie, 10 in the pit! What a great shot. Her husband, Curtis Warren, also bowled today. And he's back here watching, of course, rooting her on. All right, Ian looking to convert. 2-pin for a nice spare. So Ian's starting out with 3 9 spares in a row. Let's take a quick look. And you can see right now, Hermie with a spare and a double. John Livingstone with an open and a double. Gary Paulsen, strike, open, strike. And Ian Galloway, bottom left, 3 9 spares in a row. Gary Paulsen, doubling up. Well done, Gary. So Gary's getting the early lead with the fact that he has the most handicap. Here comes Johnny Livingstone looking for a Livingstone. Going high, trips the 4-6. I'd rather be lucky than good. Tell him, Johnny boy.
You missed your calling, Steve.
This is my calling. This is my calling. All right, Ian Galloway. Ian, 3 9s in a row. Here we go, 10 in the pit. Oh, another 9. That's a 4-timer for 9s. Ian holds at Jib Lanes, Queens. He joined 2 years ago. Bowling great. Hermie, 10 in the pit. Hermie's not letting these men kick her around. 9 spare, triple for Hermie. Hermie shot 10.51 today, coming second in her division. And Ian making the spare. Well done. All right, 5th frame bowlers, and we are moving fast. LIGBT is going to be spending the next couple of weekends over at Strike 10 Deer Park. Got to come to this beautiful 16-lane center. Great tournament host. Our first one is the Sunday after Thanksgiving, November 30th, a special house shot tournament. Scratch, handicap, seniors, all available for divisions. 10 in the pit for Johnny for 4 in a row, trying to keep Hermie honest. That Sunday spectacular is a house shot spectacular. That's November 30th, 2 squads, noon and 2:30. House shot, 1,500 first, 750 second. Gary Paulsen going a little light in the pocket, leaving the 10-pin. Gary's retired gentleman, bowls out of Levittown Lanes. He's been a member of the LIGBT for 14 years, joined in 2011. All right, here comes Hermie looking for 4 in a row. Oh, going high, trips out to 7, gets the break. Gary, big spare here. Oh no, he throws this one in the gutter. So Gary, 2 opens, but that's why he gets the most handicap, so at least that seems to be fair. All right, Hermie. Oh, ouch, Hermie chopping this 6 off the 10. A bad break. Today we had 47 total entries with 15 bowlers making the finals. 1 and 3. Nobody else can match the LIGBT Senior Tour. 1 and 3 making the finals. Ian liking it. No, goes a little light, leaving the 258. LIGBT, after that Thanksgiving house shot special on that Sunday, November 30th, we're back at Deer Park for Senior Scratch Tournament. It's December 6th, the noon start. House shot. Come on down if you're a high average senior bowler over at Deer Park Lanes. Nice spare for Ian. Well done. All right, 5th frame is over. Now we're 6th frame. Gary on the right, working off the missed spare. This one's a little wide. Rips the rack, shaking 7. It will not go down. All right, here comes Johnny Livingstone. Johnny on a 4-timer. Can he increase that? No, that's way wide. Leaving a 6 count, 1, 2, 4, 8. That's going to lose 4 pins in wood. All right, Gary. Nice spare for Gary.
He likes Paulsen
All right, here comes Johnny. Hold on to that head pin, and he makes the spare. Good spare, John. Right now, Gary Paulsen has a 1-pin lead over Johnny Livingstone. But if Hermie marks, she'll be in the lead. So it's a very tight race. What a shot by Ian, ripping the rack, pulling that 7-pin down last. Looks like it was on a string. He's clean. He's the only bowler that has not had an open frame through the front 6. All right, here's Hermie's 6th frame. This one looks pretty good, going high. Oh, it does, leaving the 6, 7, 10. So Hermie's gonna have back-to-back open frames, and that is gonna hurt. That was her chance to continue the lead, and now it goes to Gary Paulsen by 1 pin over Johnny Livingstone. Hermie throwing the ball in the channel. So let's take a look at these scores here, folks, after 6th frame. And you can see Gary has a 1-pin lead over Johnny Livingstone. 148, 147 with a spare. 3rd place is Hermie Hannibal. No, excuse me. 3rd place, Ian Galloway is there with a strike. 10 in the pit for Johnny. What a great shot here in frame number 7. So Ian Galloway, if he doubles, he'll be within a couple of pins in the lead too. Gary going Jersey? No, leaving the 3-6. All right, here comes Hermie. Hermie Hannibal, hold pocket. 10 in the pit. Hermie says, I'm not done yet. She could still go for 262. Gary, hold on. Nice spare, Gary. Well done. So now, Johnny Livingstone, if he strikes here, he will go up 11 pins on Gary. All right, big shot for Ian. This will put Ian within a couple of pins of the lead. Come on up, light, and he gets the double, and he's right back back in the match here after 7 frames.
Only one swing.
Yep. All right, 3 frames to go. We've got right now, what a match. Look at this. Here comes Gary. Oh, good shot, Gary, leaving the 10 pin. So right now, Johnny Livingstone, Gary Paulsen, Ian Galloway are all within 2 pins of each other. All right, here comes Johnny. He needs it. Oh, 10 in the pit. That 10 pin took a little longer than he wanted, but big double for Johnny Livingstone. Here comes Gary. Oh, Gary missing that spare in the 8th frame. That's his 3rd open frame. All right, Hermie. Double would go a long way to keep her in the match here. And she likes it. Going high. That 4 pin is stubborn and shaking, but will not fall. So right now, Johnny Livingstone really got a 2-pin lead over Ian if Ian strikes here. Does Ian like it? Going high. Oh, no, he doesn't. That is an ugly split, and Hermie all over that spare. Well done. So Johnny with the 3, 4, 6, 7. 3, 4, 6, 7. But that is makeable. Let's see if he can slide it over. Oh, he gets the 2 pins. All right, 9th frame. Let's take a look. You can see Johnny Livingstone's got a comfortable lead over 2nd place. Gary Paulsen. 3rd place is Ian. 4th is Hermie Hannibal. So we've still got 2 frames left to decide a winner. All right, first up, our leader. Here he comes, Johnny Livingstone. 10 in the pit, a triple. He's looking really good for his first Ligbt title.
You got a crap in his leg.
Gary Paulsen, foundation frame strike. Can still sheet it for 254 with his handicap. Ian can go out with 287. Excuse me, Johnny can go out for 287. Ian can go out for 247. Hermie, 10 in the pit. Hermie can finish up with 242 if she strikes out. All right, here comes Ian. 10 in the pit for a double here in the 10th frame. No, 9th frame. All right, here we go. Johnny Livingstone trying to go for his first Ligbt title. So Johnny just needs the mark. He needs a mark here in the 10. We've got a winner! John Livingstone, Ligbt champion. What a great performance by Johnny Livingstone. He opens in the 1st frame. Gary Paulsen, big double there. Johnny Livingstone opens in the 1st frame and then strikes in every frame but the 6th frame to capture that title. What a nice comeback. Here he goes. 2nd ball on the 10th. Going high. He trips the 4 pin. Way to go, Johnny. He's going to finish up with 287 with a final strike. Gary Paulsen, 2nd ball in the 10th. Ripping the rack for a triple. So Gary going for 254, and he's going to finish in 2nd place. Here comes Johnny, the victory lap, 10 in the pit. What a great game. 255 scratch, 287 handicap. He wins the $700 top prize today here at LIGBT's Senior Handicap Tournament. Congratulations, Johnny Livingstone, his first LIGBT title. And Gary finishes with 186, 251 for second place. And Hermie Hannibal. Stay there for pictures and everything. Hermie Hannibal striking with a double here in the 10th. There's a 5-pin difference between Ian and Hermie. He needs a strike here to stay ahead of her. And he gets it with 10 in the pit. So these bowlers came to bowl in the 9th and 10th frame. All of them have doubles so far. All right, Hermie trying to keep the pressure on Ian. Oh, this one she tugs. And she gets the 4-pin. So she's going to finish with 231. Ian, here we go. Nice finish. Ian Galloway finishing up with a 216. 236, excuse me, with the spare. Nice spare for Hermie. She's going to finish with 231 and finish in 4th place. And Ian Galloway, nice spare, finishing up with 195, scratch, 236 handicap.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at the scores one more time. You can see first place goes to Johnny Livingstone, 287 for $700. Second place, Gary Paulsen, 251, earning $400. And third place goes to Ian Galloway, 236, worth $300. And last but not least, Hermie Hannibal, 231, takes home $250. Thank you very much. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll catch you at our next LIGBT event. Good night, everybody.